Hello, Sunaina.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Really very sorry, there was a technical glitch.
No, no problem.
Akila, Purnima, we have Purnima, Akila also. Hi, good morning,
Good
Tefet.
morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Akila Idi.
Yes, sir. Akhila, sir.
Okay, no problem. Purnima, who is Purnima? Hello, Purnima. Hello. Yeah, Purnima. Before that, I want to have a very quick introduction of yourself, Purnima, before we start.
Hi, sir. I'm working for an MNC. I completed the Excel training with Excelytics, the advanced Excel. So I'm more interested to know about what a BA course is. So, so do we need any coding experience or any
Okay,
language or macros?
that is the agenda for next 45 minutes or 1 hour or so. We are going to learn
Okay, sir.
about that. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate your time, Sunaina. Great. Thanks. So yes,
Thank you.
yep. So before that, what exactly I want to share you one. Just let me know if the screen is being shared.
Your screen is visible, sir.
Thanks. So yes, I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what do you mean by business analyst? So what do you mean by a business analyst? So the term itself is a self-reading that you are going to analyze the business. You are going to analyze the business short and sweet. But yes, it is not. Analyzing the business, it is not. Because business analyst is a person, he or she who would act as a license or a middle person, license or a middle person. For your easy understanding, I'm telling you, license or a middle person who would be interacting with the client, who would be interacting with client uh, so as to communicate with the organization. So business analyst is a person, he would be acting as a middle person or a license between the stakeholder, stakeholder and the company which he being hired. Stakeholder and the company which he being hired. Okay. So what do you mean by stakeholder? What do you mean by a stakeholder? So stakeholder is the person who is being affected. Stakeholder is the person who is being affected by the outcome of the project, who is being affected by the outcome of the project. In other words, I can say the owner or the client. Company is nothing but the company which you being hired as a business analyst. More, if you drill down more into it, what are the jobs and roles function of a business analyst? I'll just let you know. Fine. So here let's assume that Purnima told that she's working for one of the MNC. May I know the name of the MNC, Purnima?
Bakedia, sir.
Acha, you work for Bakadia.
Yes,
Great.
sir.
That's really right. Fine. So Bakadia is the company. Bakadia is major. It is a financial company, right?
Yes, sir. Mortgage
So,
industry.
so Bakadia is a financial company. So let's assume we have HDFC Bank. We have HDFC Bank. Okay. So for there, they have come to Bakadia Financial Company so as to automate. Guys, any idea about what do you mean by automation? What do you mean by automation? Just a wild guess.
To simplify the task
Absolutely.
using technology.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sunaina, I hope you are understanding it, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Just let me know. And I'll pass. I'll pause and tell you the clarification. Okay.
Okay.
So automation is nothing but simplifying. For I guess in your phone you have the versions of ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank app installed in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. If you were to the time every time if you were to log into it through iMobile app, through your mobile app, you'll be getting the version, updated version. Just check it once after this class. Just check it once. What is the current version? It is nothing but it is just keep on updating it. It is just keep on updating it. Why the software is going to update? Because new features are going to add. Because new features are going to get added into it. Okay. In the same way, let's assume that let's come back to this our example. So Sunaina is working for Bakadia. Let's assume. So HDFC is the bank who has come for automation or for the updation or for the addition of new features, adding of new features. Okay, what do you mean by new features? For example, let's take for easy more understanding, guys, you use WhatsApp, right? You use WhatsApp, right? Without that, our life is no more. For example, WhatsApp, if you were to see to a couple of years back and now, what are the major changes you have encountered in WhatsApp? Tell me. What are the latest updates in WhatsApp compared to last 2 years to current present?
We had chat logs. The call options have become more feasible. Video HD clarity has been improved. Emojis have been increased. A lot more.
I mean, I'm waiting for the major one. Take 2 minutes and think over. The major feature been added.
Edit, delete.
Major one.
You're talking about the company acquisition by any chance?
No.
Okay.
Acquisition is part of the management. We are no way concerned.
Okay.
Major one. Major update. Which, couple of years back that was not there. Or 3 years back it was not there.
Maybe adding our fingerprints or something like that, more secure.
Near to it. Other 3 to 4 chances.
End-to-end
End-to-end
encryptions.
And if encryption was there, without encrypting, no software would be there.
Okay.
Do you have Google Pay, Phone Pay?
WhatsApp payments. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. There you are. So that is the major, right? If you were to see, I mean, I just remember mostly it is of those also here, right? If I'm not wrong. Less than 2 years or 2 years approx. Okay, so nothing but new features are being added. Tell me why the new features are going to get added in any of the application, whether it is mobile or web application.
Maybe for more customer reach.
Absolutely. End of the day, end users. What do you mean by end user? Who are using that? Who are reaping the benefits of it, right? Okay. So end user for me, Dhanadhan, for example, if I'm on WhatsApp, suddenly I got message from Sunaina stating that just send me 10,000. Do I need to get back? I'm busy. I'm busy in WhatsApp. So what should I do? Then I just immediately hop into. I cannot hop into again to my either to my phone pay or GPay. Just what I'll do, I'll just pay through my WhatsApp itself, right? So nothing but customer reach. What you said is absolutely fine. Okay. So for customer reach, company would be coming. All the applications would be all the customer satisfactory driven. Okay, got my point. So here, that is the thing actually, as far as HDFC is concerned, they have approached your company. They have approached your company for customization or whatever you think, or for a development of a new product. Okay. So here, what is the role of a business analyst here? He is going to take down the requirements. Business analyst would be taking the requirements from the client. Okay. So what do you mean by requirement? Any idea?
What actually the client needs from us.
Client need, exactly. So what is the need of the client? It is called as the requirement. So here, so BA would be jotting down all the requirements. BA would be jotting down all the requirements. Okay. So need of the client, what exactly he requires. He is going to transfer it. Post jotting down the requirements, he is going to transfer it to the development team. Here it is called as the Scrum team from here on, right? The process, just in a live mode, when we are into it, we are going to discuss on a higher level that we are going to discuss now. So, okay, BA is going to take down all the requirements, okay, and is is transferring that all the requirements to a development team. Further, the development team would give the solution in the form of a software. Okay, because we are working for a software company, right? Okay, got my point. Any doubts? Are you sure?
No,
Sunayana,
no
Akila,
doubts, sir.
Purnima.
No question,
Sorry,
sir.
sure, Purnima?
Yes, sir, listening.
Sure. Are you able to get it or no? That's the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Sure, fine. So here we are giving a solution to our client in the form of a software. We are solving the problem of a client in the form of a software. Okay, fine. So here it is the major chunk or job and responsibility of a business analyst. Okay, got my point. So here, what for yourself to project yourself as a business analyst. Okay, what you want to possess, what you want to possess. Basically, because you are going to, if you are working for a top MNCs like Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, your client should be from eastern part or western part, or from Australia, or from Europe. Majorly, you need to have a good communication skills because they know English, right? Because you need to jot down the requirement. They are going to say it in English itself. So you are going to jot down the requirements. So good communication is important. I'm not saying sophisticated English is important, but at least you should be able to in a position to understand what is he yelling at. Okay. Majorly, when you are working for a client, majorly, rapport, relationship building is very much important because there would be days when what I told you are going to transfer the requirements to a development team, right? A team, am I fast? Are you able to get me?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Sure, fine. So there would be days wherein I told you the requirements would be transferred to the development team, right? There are chances wherein your development team is not in a position to do that work, complete the task. End of the day, your client would be to your back itself, right? He would be questioning you, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
Sunaina, on a lighter note, I want to know that, what in case if your development team is not doing that, is not completing the task at a time, wherein you've been questioned by the client. What is your take on it?
Well, initially, I'd like to understand the root cause of where the problem is being caused by the development team, or do they need any additional resources for that problem? That is because they're not solving it, and understanding the root cause is what I believe is the major thing that we could solve the problem.
Okay, great, appreciate it. Purnima, your take?
Yes, sir. To have a clarity of the expectations from both the side, why it is getting delayed. And of course, as Sunaina mentioned, it's a root cause analysis.
Okay, fine, great. So here, we don't have much time to understand the root cause. Yes, to some extent, it is absolutely fine. To some extent, it is absolutely fine. But end of the day, you need to be diplomatic. I'm saying you, being a BA, you need to be diplomatic. Because diplomatic with the development team and also with the client. Diplomatic with the development team and also with the client. Because every time, you cannot analyze where exactly the situation gone wrong, right? Because you are entitled with the other works also. Every time you cannot be wrong. Fine. So here, what I suggest you is that having a good rapport, is always good. Having a good rapport is always good. But end of the day, make sure that being a diplomat, just in other words, I can say that what made you eventually for the delay of the task. Okay, just let that know. Unless you share a very good rapport with your client, things would fall in place. Don't worry about that. Okay, got my point.
What if the client is very aggressive and he's not willing to share a good rapport with us? At that point of time, how do we deal it, sir?
Because I'll come to it in a while. Because if you have enough skills, also challenges also would be there in day-to-day life, right? You need to overcome the challenge, right? Why the company is going to, why are you being paid 8 lakh package or 10 lakh or 15 lakh package? Just tell me.
True.
Absolutely, because we cannot calculate the, what would I say, the attitude, the aggression of the client, right? End of the day, happening. Because end of the day, he is going to pump in the money as far as your project is concerned, billions or trillions of dollars on that project. Okay, it is obvious that he will be yelling at you itself. I'm not denying it, but it is the way how you cope up. It is also one of their, managerial skills, negotiating, decision making. All this comes into picture, right? As a BA. Got my
Yes.
point? Got my point. So here, I'm not saying that every client, but seriously, if because upon my experience, what I've in so far, so if I had opportunity to work with Australian clients, European clients, and US clients, Western part of world clients, so they are very much friendly. I mean, there are sometimes only if you were to get the Indian clients, if you work for Chota Mota company itself, okay, then that would be a of trouble. Because Indian mentality is different from the Western mentality, right? Western people, they understand the situation. They understand your concern. Okay, you need not to worry about it. But end of the day, you need to discharge your duty without running an excuse. Got my point?
Yes.
So here, what we are going to learn, and as far as in the course, we have UML, known as just Surena. And upon our discussion yesterday, we have discussed that regarding the MS Vishu and Balsmith, right? Wherein the client would be giving his requirements. The client is going to give his requirements. Okay, so you need to visualize it, right? You need to visualize it, and you need to put that in your screen, in your system. In other words, how would you put that in your system? Nothing but by drawing the diagram in the diagrammatic format. Okay, that is called MS Visio or Balsamic, which we are going to learn. I mean, yesterday we have discussed that, Sunera, right?
Right. Yes.
So we are going to learn about the agile process also. That is called as the Scrum methodology. Agile is a methodology wherein Scrum is a process. Okay, so have you ever heard of these terms, agile, Scrum, by any chance, people?
Oh, yes. While I was doing my project management course, I've just gone through this. I'm not sure entirely known about it, but then these kind of terminologies have just touched during my course.
Sprint backlog, all these terms, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
these are the things wherein you are going to, because you are going to give the solution, right, in the form of a product. You're going to give the solution in the form of a product. So here, in the same way, you're following this process. Okay, so absolutely, if you want to engulf yourself as a business analyst, okay, engulf yourself as a business analyst, wherein you need to have a good stakeholder management skills. In other words, the relationship building skills. Okay, so I told you, let's get into the challenges which Sunana you're talking about. Okay,
Yes.
these are the challenges wherein you need to overcome. And end of the day, you're being paid, as simple as that. Because I, being the manager, I cannot hear you every time, right? If my job is to always listen to Sunayana, I don't have any other job rather than this, right? You need to overcome, as simple as that. But yes, you need not to worry, because I'm not threatening you that you need to overcome. But situational wise, I'll tell you, a team, the role of a business analyst would be in such a way that the leadership skills with your experience, as you aggravate, as you move on, you'll also be possessing the leadership skills. Okay, the good relationship building skills, the good communication skills, that's for sure. Okay, because you are talking to n number of people. With talking to different people is nothing but working with different mindsets, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Purnima, you agree?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So nothing but as if you are talking to n number of people, nothing but all the mindsets are not same. You are working with different mindsets. Okay, that's the reason. That's the reason BA is one of the very fantastic job wherein you need not to have any coding experience. any Java, HTML experience. But you need to understand the requirement exactly, what exactly the requirements are. Because if you don't understand the requirements by yourself, then that doesn't make any sense. Because you yourself don't know what exactly the client require. How can you translate that? Okay, to your team, to your development team, and what you are going to develop? Okay, so these are the most common challenges where you need to overcome. Okay, got my point?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Yeah. How the mindset of a BA should be? How the mindset of a BA should be? Basically, first of all, he need to get the clarity. What exactly the project, what exactly the objective of this project is all about. What exactly the objective of this project is all about. First, he should be pretty much familiar with the requirement. That is the main, that is the main thing. You want to move forward or make the project a success. Okay. So here we have, if people are more interested, I want to say that, these are the slides. I assure you that, once if you were to go through these slides and explain it better during the interview, and if you were to give me a commitment of at least 2 months, I bet, you can land in a very wonderful job. Okay, we have given the what is the role of a business analyst. Very your first question would be in interview, what is your role and responsibility as a BA, right? And apart from that, software development life cycle, SDLC. Okay, what happens in each stage and where exactly the business analyst does in each and every stage. Okay, and what do you mean by Scrum? Okay, so here what is a user story? And what do you mean by a requirement? How do you take down the requirement? Illustration is nothing but taking down the requirement. How would you document the requirement? How would you analyze the requirement? How would you validate the requirement? So these are all the things, BRD is nothing but BRD is called as the business requirement document. If you want to project yourself as a business analyst, BRD is a Bible for every business analyst. Okay, once if you get the requirements from your client or stakeholder, you are going to document that. Why are you going to document that? Tell me.
A reference.
Absolutely. Because Sunaina might not be at the same team for years together, right? Till the project ended, right? Because her replacement should know what exactly the objective of this project is all about. The business requirement document. And we have the other term called as the functional requirement document. What exactly are these? We are going to learn in the live mode. Just